NFL Week 14 picks. I do these videos on Facebook and YouTube. I uploaded the Week 13 picks to Facebook, but not to YouTube. So YouTube, I apologize, but you're going to get the Week 14 picks. So here we go. Bengals and Browns. I like the Browns to win the game. Cleveland, obviously, they're underperforming with all the talent they have. A lot of that falls on Freddie Kitchens. You know, as a head coach, it's your job to make sure your team maximizes the potential at your disposal, and that you get the most out of your team each and every week. And he hasn't done that. That's why they're 5-7. They should have beat Pittsburgh last week, and they did not do that. So the Bengals, they're 1-11. You know, Andy Dalton is back at the helm, but it still don't matter to me. You know, that still won't make them win a game like this. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if they won and went on a big win streak in the year, just to take us out of contention of getting a quarterback like Joe Burrow or, you know, defensive end like Chase Young or somebody like that, because that's just what the Bengals do. But, you know, I still think I don't think it matters. I think they'll still lose the game. So give me Cleveland at home. Colts and Buccaneers. The Colts were 5-2 earlier in the year. They were playing really good, but since then they've fallen off a little bit. They've fallen off a lot, to be honest with you. You know, they started off 5-2, now they're 6-6. You know, Jacoby Brissett, he's a good backup quarterback, but is he that guy to start and lead you to the playoffs and on a playoff run? No, he's not. So, I mean, he's done a good job, but they're still 6-6, and you know, if they have any hope making the playoffs, they better turn it on here these last few weeks. Buccaneers are 5-7. That's no surprise. You know, that's pretty much what you're going to get with the team led by Jameis Winston, a quarterback, and a defense that's just terrible in Tampa, to be honest with you. But you know, the Buccaneers, they're at home. They've shown ability to win games like this, so that's a reason why I like Tampa to win this game against the Colts at home. So yeah, give me the Buccaneers. Dolphins and Jets. This is a tank bowl. Two of these teams, whoever wins this game or whoever loses this game, has a better chance to get the number one overall pick, obviously. I think the Jets are, these are two bad teams, but and by the way, the Jets robbed us of 0-16 by letting the Bengals beat them last week. It would have been funny to see the Bengals go 0-16, but you know, obviously that didn't happen. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bengals, like I said earlier, went on a win streak and just took ourselves out of contention for the number one overall pick, because that's just what they do. But I hope they don't do that, because I want to get a quarterback. But the Jets are the better of two bad teams right here, and that's why I think the Jets will win the game at home. So give me New York. 49ers and Saints. This is a matchup of two 10-2 teams, probably the game of the week right here. This is going to be a great game. San Francisco coming off of a field goal, losing on a field goal to Justin Tucker and the Ravens last week at the gun. Justin Tucker is one of the best kickers, if not the best kicker in NFL history. You know, it don't matter if it's from 50 to 55 or even 60 yards. He's just dead automatic whenever he kicks it, and that's a good luxury that the Ravens have. You know, 49ers, like I said, I thought they would. I thought Baltimore would win last week, and they did. But this is a tough crowd, a tough stadium they're going into, the Superdome. That home crowd is going to be rocking. They're going to be crazy. This is one of the toughest stadiums to play in the league, and that's why I think it's going to make it hard on the Niners to win this game. And that alone is a reason why I'm picking the Saints to win this game at home. So give me New Orleans. Lions and Vikings. I like the Vikings here. The Lions are 3-8-1. Their season's obviously over. The Vikings are coming off a tough loss at Seattle on Monday Night Football, and they'll avenge that loss with a win here against a team they're just clearly better than. So give me Minnesota. Denver and Houston. Broncos, I think they're coming off a win against the Chargers. Texans coming off an impressive win against the Patriots. I thought New England would win, because you know the refs always help New England win the majority of their games. But that didn't happen last week. Houston actually pulled it out, and you know that it impressed me, honestly. Deshaun Watson had a great game, you know, and so did their defense. But like I said, Houston, they're 4 games. They have 4 more wins than the Broncos right now, and they're just a better team. So that's why I think Houston will win at home. So give me the Texans. Washington, Green Bay, nothing much to say here. Packers will win the game at home. Like I said, clearly, again, just a better team. and they got Aaron Rodgers. It's at Lambeau Field. Redskins are terrible. We all know that. So that's why the Packers will win the game handily at home. So give me Green Bay. Baltimore Buffalo, another one of the another really good game this week. 10-2, the 10-2 Ravens versus the 9-3 Bills. This is a tough game to pick. Like, I really will like the Ravens. Like I said, I've been saying it for like the past few weeks. The Ravens might be the best team in the league, and if they're not the best team in the league, they are near being the best team in the league. Beating the Patriots the way they did, beating San Francisco, going to LA and killing the Rams. Killing the Bengals, which killing the Bengals don't say anything obviously, but still they won that game impressively, and they've got Lamar Jackson, who's probably the best quarterback in the league right now. So. And they got a good defense too. And, they're just having the kind of year where everything goes their way and they catch all the breaks. They haven't really had any injuries. Lamar Jackson has become a bit like he's always been known for, being a running quarterback and being able to beat you on his feet, but he's become a better passer this year. I mean, everything that could fall in the Ravens' favor is just falling in their favor. And, but don't get me wrong, Buffalo is a good team. Like, they're 9-3 for a reason. They've got a great defense. Before the year, the maligned Bills offense, and the Bills offense was maligned. Josh Allen was maligned. People were asking, can they move the ball? Can they? Got a good defense, but can they score? And they've done that. But sadly, it would be nice to see the Bills win this game, but sadly, I don't think they will. I think Baltimore, like I said, they're just. They've just got more things working in their favor. Like I said, they got Lamar Jackson. They're a 10-2 team, and the biggest reason is they have Lamar Jackson, and that's why I don't think the Bills will win this game. I got to pick Baltimore on the road to go into Buffalo. Buffalo will make this a game. Like, I'm not discrediting Buffalo in any way. They're a good team, but they won't win this game. They're just playing a team that's a little bit better than them. So Baltimore will win the game. Give me the Ravens. Carolina and Atlanta. The last time these two teams played, Atlanta killed the Panthers in Bank of America Stadium. But now it's at Atlanta, and honestly, I don't think the Falcons will blow them out again. But I do think Atlanta will win the game at home. Kyle Allen, like I said, he led the Panthers to like a 5-3 record. He did well once Cam Newton went out, but like the Colts, they've fallen off these past 3 or 4 weeks, and that's why they're 5-7 right now. And like, don't get me wrong, if Cam Newton ends up not coming back to Carolina, Kyle Allen could come back and be a starter in Carolina and do some great things for them. He could end up being a decent quarterback, but he's a first-year guy. It's going to take some time, and he's got to have time to make a name for himself there. And that's why, it's not going to happen this year, and I think Atlanta will win this game. So give me the Falcons at home. Chargers and Jaguars, nobody cares about this game. It's a matchup of two 4-8 teams whose season is a wash. I believe Gardner Minshew is back at quarterback for Jacksonville. The Chargers just aren't very good. They have Phillip Rivers. Yeah, he's a good quarterback, but, they just don't really have much around. They got Austin Eckler and, like, Keenan Allen, all them. But other than that, they don't really have much. And I don't know. I like Jacksonville to win this game. I just don't think the Chargers are very good. They're not great. But Jacksonville, in my opinion, will be the better team in this game. They will get the win at home, so give me Jacksonville. Steelers and Cardinals. I'm surprised the Pittsburgh beat the Browns last week. I think I didn't watch the game, but I'm pretty sure they started Devlin Hodges, a third-string quarterback, in that game. I'm not sure if he's back this week or not, but I don't know. If he is, I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I like Pittsburgh. I was going to pick Arizona to upset Pittsburgh in this game, but actually, I am going to pick Arizona to win this game. I think they will upset Pittsburgh. They're 3-1. I understand that, but they will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. I think this is a game Pittsburgh loses. They got James Conner, Benny Snell, and all them. Jalen Samuels. I think they're starting Devlin Hodges again this week. He's third-string quarterback for a reason. He's going to need time to make a name for himself. Like I said about Kyle Allen, But I don't know. My gut's just telling me the Cardinals pull off an upset here. So give me Arizona. Tennessee and Oakland. The Raiders got killed by the Chiefs. They got blown out by Kansas City at Arrowhead last week, 40-9. The Titans are 7-5. They've really, since that win against Kansas City that the Titans had, they've really came on strong. They're 7-5. They beat the Colts last week. They're playing some really good football right now, and I don't know, like, it is the last season in the black hole for the Raiders. They will, like I said, their fans are going to be rocking there. They have been every home game because they're moving to Las Vegas next year. So that in and of itself is going to make it a tough game for the Titans to win. But I don't know. The Raiders, like I said, they're looking for revenge over that loss to the Chiefs. Well, not revenge, but they're looking to make amends for that embarrassing loss last week. And honestly, I think they will. I like Oakland to win the game. Titans, they still got Ryan Tannehill, quarterback. He's played good since Mariota got benched, I believe. But this is a game they will lose. Colts will, if Colts beat the Buccaneers, which I don't think they will, and the Titans lose this game, that'll make the AFC South race tighter. But nevertheless, the Raiders will win the game at home, so give me Oakland. Kansas City and New England. Like I said earlier, you all know any Patriots game, especially any Patriots game at Gillette Stadium, the refs are going to aid them to victory. Like you just know they are. Happened against the Dallas Cowboys, and quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again this week. We all know the greatness of Kansas City. They're 8-4 record. They could be a little bit better, but it's Patrick Mahomes, it's Travis Kelce, it's Tyreek Hill, it's all those guys. The Sammy Watkins. I mean, they've just got a great offense, and we all know the talent they have. But unfortunately, they're going against Tom Brady, they're going against Bill Belichick, they're going against Robert Kraft, and they're going against the referees here at Gillette Stadium. And it's a semi-primetime game, 4:25 p.m. Kickoff in New England. And that, Kansas City, like I said, they're a great team, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they'll win this game. They got too many things going against them. Possible playoff preview, but this game will go to New England, so give me the Pats. My computer would scroll over here. There we go. Seahawks and Rams, Sunday Night Football. I like the Seahawks to win the game. The Rams, they've kind of underachieved a little bit this year. I mean, obviously they had a great team last year, but I think they could be a little bit better this year than the record suggests, considering what they did last year getting to the Super Bowl. Seahawks, they might have, like I said, Russell Wilson, he's having an MVP-like year. He's not been as good as Lamar Jackson, but he has had an MVP caliber year. And, the Seahawks, they're so lucky to have a player like him at their disposal, and players on offense like DK Metcalf, Chris Carson, all them, Tyler Lockett. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with going ahead as the season goes on into the playoffs as well as in the regular season. This will be a tight game, tough NFC West showdown in LA at the Coliseum. But, I think the Seahawks are just a little better team. Seahawks are 10-2 for a reason. They're getting it done with defense. They're getting it done with Russell Wilson showing his greatness. And I think this is a game they will win in a hostile environment. They will, like I said, this will be a good game. There's some good games this week. You got 49ers, Saints, Ravens, Bills, Seahawks, Rams. I mean, there's some pretty good games going on this week. And this will be another one of them. But Seahawks will pull out the win on the road. And then finally, Monday Night Football, we got the Giants and the Eagles. Eagles, they lost to the Dolphins last week. There's no excuse for that. Philly, the Eagles fans and their team and their front office should be embarrassed for losing to a team like Miami last week. That just shouldn't happen. And the Eagles, they basically got, like, some of them are gone, but they got almost the same pieces from that Super Bowl team a couple years ago. They made the playoffs, got to the divisional round last year. Now, look how much they're underachieving this year. They're 5-7. I mean, they're just not having near the year that people expect them to. But and the surprising thing is, They're 5-7, but they're still in contention for the NFC East crown with Dallas. You know, considering that they're 6-7. You know, considering how they've fallen on their faces into mediocrity this year with Jason Garrett, their head coach, is probably going to get fired at the end of this year if they don't make the playoffs. But yeah, the NFC East is a terrible division. Cowboys or Eagles could take it. You know, I'm not going to give the division to either team right now because, you know, neither team is very good right now. But, you know what I mean. It may come down to the last week of the year. But the Eagles will help their case this week because they're playing a 2-10 Giants team who's second worst team in the league behind the Bengals. So Philadelphia will win the game at home. I wouldn't say handily, but they will win. So give me the Eagles. So there's your Week 14 picks. By the way, this is for YouTube and Facebook. I forgot to post the picks for Cowboys and Bears. I picked the Cowboys to win the game, and they didn't, so I got that pick wrong from Thursday Night Football. But yeah, hopefully I do better this week in picks. I had a pretty mediocre week last week. I think I went like 6-8 or something like that. It was a losing record, but yeah, I hope I'm better this week. But there's your picks, and good luck to all your teams this week, and I will see you in the next video.